Yo, chick, it's long lyrics, baby. General Renegade. Oh, yeah. If you're a sexy lady, up in this building. If you know life is a hustle, then come, let's party. If you're a sexy lady, up in this building. If you know life is a hustle, then come, let's party. Come, let's party. Just come, let's party. If you know life is a hustle, baby, then come, let's party. Yeah, we suffered and we took the brand. Lamborghini Mercy with the roof missing. Young Tony Blaze, yeah, I got the snakes missing. Money.
All right, welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. We're back and about to bring on Danny Cortes from 5 More and Breathe, where he's going to do his resistance band demo. All right.
All right,
So we have, yes, Simone Brown. I see. Hi, Simone. We see you watching. All right.
And girl, I know you got bands at home, so pull out those bands and you can do this with us right now. Right. Get those bands. All right, and for real though, if you have bands at home and you think you might want to try the exercise with us, please, you're more than welcome to do the exercise with us, okay?
Yes.
All right.
All right. And what's some, and, oh, yes, and you know what? I was saying resistance bands. What colors? Because you got to, what colors do you have? The colors.
Yes.
Yes, explain that. Explain the colors of the resistance band, yes.
Right, so I'm not sure about Danny's bands, but I know that yellow is, okay, so yellow is the least resistance. It's the easiest to stretch. Then we have green, which is a little bit more resistant. And then you have orange, and then red, yes, which, you know, are harder resistant bands. And then there's blue, and there's a black one. Black is like for the macho man who's like...
It's like the karate black belts, kind of like that?
Yeah,
like the
same level, yes. Okay. So, you know, if you're a beginner, there's a band for you. Yellow works wonders, okay?
So you do like for me? Like for someone like
Yellow will work for you. No, I think you could do green, because, you know, she's a green kind of girl, right? So let's, who we have here?
So you have Simone.
Yeah, so green is good. I like to use, to be honest, I like to use red. When I teach my class, I use red, okay?
All right, so now we're getting ready to invite Mr. Danny Cortes. All right. So Candace and Danny is going to actually be doing the demo. Well, they're going to be working together. So Danny's going to be instructing Candace and showing you all. And I'm going to be on the side just taking questions, okay? All right. So let it begin.
All right, so what we have here, we have actually these flat resistance bands, loop resistance bands. We have the green one right here. It's great. It's normally you see the smaller ones used. You see a lot of the Instagram girls using it for the booty workouts, for the leg workouts. So this is really great for that.
Okay.
And then we have the orange band here, which is one of the lighter bands out of these loop bands. It's really great for mobility, helping with activation, shoulder activation, hip activation exercises. And then the hardest one out of these that we have here is the yellow. This is like a medium. It would be somewhat compared to the green one for the 2 bands that you see at the YMCA or other gyms. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. First, we're gonna use the orange bands just to kind of warm up our shoulders first, and then we'll get into the workout. Okay? How that sounds
like
good?
Our shoulders like this, Danny, like the Zumba move, like this.
No, a little bit different.
All right.
So
all
here
right. So they're gonna get started now.
All right. So what we're doing here is a warm up for the shoulders. So we're gonna go ahead and put it over. So this it's not popping and locking how like you were doing it.
Okay, all right. I was just making sure.
Keep going like that. Keep going. I'll talk to Cass any questions.
Okay.
So what she's doing right now, she's just loosening up her shoulders. It's very important because your shoulders are kind of like your hips. You know, for your arms to work and everything to work, you need your shoulders. You know, same thing for your legs. When you walk, you need your hip to be good and healthy. If not, then you're gonna be walking around with a limp, or you know, you're just gonna be, you're not gonna be mobile. You're not gonna be as mobile. You know.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah. So the next movement we're gonna do looks like this.
So I'm just going to cut over here, right? I'll hold the mic
sure.
for you. All right. I'm going to hold the mic for Danny. All right.
Thank you. So right now she's just working on her shoulder mobility as well, because again we're trying to just work Again, not just only to help activate the shoulders, but shoulder mobility is very important. Let's do the other side now, Candace. So, yeah, other way, yep. So you want to try to do anywhere from like 8 to 10 repetitions going around both sides, again, because you can't just have one good-looking side. You have to have two good-looking sides. So it's very important, especially for your shoulders. You want to make sure that we help activate those shoulder muscles and her shoulder girdle as well. So, yeah.
All right, okay, all right.
Next one we're going to do, okay, we're going to step on the band.
All right.
And what we're going to do is a high pull. So the knuckles are down, elbows are going to be pointed off to the side. Just like that. So it's going to go up just like that. Continue to do that. And as you're pulling it up, Candace, yep. So you see Candace is pulling it up. That's a vertical vector. And then what she's doing, she's squeezing her back muscles. So you'll see her pulling it back. And what this is going to do is going to go ahead and activate the scapula right here, which helps out improving your pushing, especially if you guys or girls are looking to help improve your push-ups. You want to make sure you target the scapula. It's going to help improve your push-ups as well as your bench press and your other presses as well.
Okay, great. All right. Can't you wait? We see those back muscles, girl. We see those back muscles. All right.
So we're going to take a step out in front now. I'm going to grab the band just like this. And so she's going to go ahead and place one leg out. I'm going to switch legs because she has her left leg. The front leg is bent. The back leg is nice and straight. Chest and back is nice and straight as well. And what you're going to do, you're going to pelvic tilt forward with your hips forward, focusing on the hip flexors on the right side right here. It's very important to help out with the mobility of your hips. So you're here and your arms are just here. You're not going to pull it apart. You're just having it over your head. Like the band's going to act like a bar. And what she's going to do now, we're going to tilt to the side. And as you tilt to the side, keep that right hand pushing straight up towards the ceiling, so that what this is going to do is going to kind of help stretch out, increase the stretch, as well as stretch out her back. Yeah, it feels great. And we're going to tilt towards the other side, left palm. Or
Don't knock me out now, right, Danny? Don't knock me out, all right.
So I'm going to bend my arm this one. But the left hand and the palm should be pushing straight up, Candace. So straight up like that. Extend this arm right here. There you go. And you're pushing straight up. And she's going to be getting a back stretch right here on the side here. All right, let's switch legs and let's do it on the other side. Because, again, you can't have one good-looking side. You have to have two good-looking sides. So she's going to bend that front leg, back heels planted flat. Back leg is nice and straight. Pelvic tilting forward, focusing on the left side of her hips. Arms are straight up. And she's going to tilt towards my direction. Left palm is up, or the knuckles are up. And she's stretching out the side right here, a back stretch. It's a great back stretch because, a lot of times people, they sitting. So what they're doing, their body's like this. So you want to make sure, hunched over, so you want to make sure you're always stretching out your back to have a healthy back. Let's do the other side, tilting, pushing straight up.
The office syndrome?
Exactly, yes. No, it's correct. So, and this is what this is doing too, is she has to work on her balance here too. So this is working on her balance as well. So make sure you stare at one thing that helps out with the balance and keeping your abs hard. Let's go back into the middle. And good job. You're good right there. Now we're going to go ahead and march it out. You can place the band down.
I could do this.
Yes. That's right. And she can use her arms like she's running. That'll just help out. Just what this is doing now is more of a dynamic kind of exercise right here. So she's getting her heart rate up at the same time. Her muscles are getting warmed up here, and she's getting her hips, she's targeting her legs and her arms as well. And what we're going to do now, we're going to alternate with the legs, kicking out in front and reaching across. And you'll see a lot of runners, they'll do this exercise. It's a great way just to keep getting your body moving. And then at the same time, you're stretching out your hamstrings, you're stretching out your butt, you're getting those hips to work, and you're reaching, so you're getting those arms and the body, the core as well, too, because you have to reach, so you're kind of like leaning forward a little bit as well. So great way. Yeah,
I like that workout. Yeah. I feel it in my core.
Yes, you're gonna feel in your core. And one more. We're gonna do some butt kicks right here. So we're gonna kick back right here.
I ran track in high school, and I remember my coach would have me do these butt kicks. And I didn't have to lift my legs too high because I actually had a big booty.
What this is doing is just getting her hamstrings and her quads and her knees. They're going to go ahead and get warmed up here as well, so that, because we're going to do some squats, so we want to make sure her hamstrings, very important. You don't ever want to work out and pull a hamstring. You don't ever want to pull out and injure yourself because you were trying to be macho man or macho woman, and so you want to make sure you always warm up before your workout. So that's what we're doing. How you feeling? You starting to get hot? A little perspiration? All right, that's
Come on,
good.
we see you with us. We see you watching. Do you have your bands? I hope you got your bands. You got to post a video for us with these bands from this workout. All right? All right.
All right, let's stretch out the inside of the legs this time. So you'll see this. I like doing this stretch right here because you just stretch out the inside of your legs. Let's do the other side. Have your toes, both toes pointing straight. It's very important that you do that, and you'll feel just a difference once you have your toes pointing straight. And your hands other side. I like doing this stretch because the inside of your leg and the outside of your leg are very, very delicate. Let's do the other side. Because we don't walk sideways. We walk forward and back. So our stronger muscles are going to be our quads and our hamstrings rather than the side of our legs and the inside of your legs. So that's why you see a lot of people, sometimes even sports athletes, they're injuring or pulling a groin because these muscles are very delicate. They're very delicate. Let's do the very delicate. They're not used a lot because again, we don't walk sideways. We walk forward and back. So that's why you will see a lot of groin pulls. So that's why we don't want no groin pull. Right. All right, let's do the other side. One more side. Yeah, one more time. And we're gonna do the other side. All right, good job. Let's bring the legs in. And now the last one we're going to do is a side leg raise, okay? This is going to go ahead and hit up the glutes, activating our glutes right here. We're going to hit up the side leg muscles as well. Again, we want to make sure we're getting the inside and the outside of the legs to make sure that's a lot flexible. And, you warm up and your leg muscles are going to, it's very important you have strong leg muscles.
And do we hold our core tight?
Yes, core is nice and tight. Your body's nice and straight.
Do you point your toes too? Do you point your toes like a ballerina?
You can. You could turn your ankles to the side actually, outward. So, outward. Yep.
All right, so here you go. Danny, okay. We want to get you back on. Yes. All right.
Yeah. Let's do 2 more, Candace. Actually, let me get doing because I'm about to work out with you, so I gotta make sure.
Other side, right? Danny said you can't just do one side, right? No, I gotta do the other side.
Yeah, me too. I gotta do the other side too.
I'm gonna have one bulky side and one not so good side.
All right. So we're good. We're good here. We're good actually right here. So what we did, we just did a nice full body workout, hitting up the legs, the glutes, the butt, the hips, the shoulders, and your arms. How you feeling? A little loose? Loose. That's what we want. That's what we want. So.
All right. You feel good? All right. Yes.
I do. Yes.
So the first exercise we're going to go ahead and do, Candace, we're going to go ahead and place the green band. We're going to grab the green band, place it right above the knees. So the first exercise we're going to go ahead and do is a squat. It's a basic squat. It's a body weight squat. So your toes are pointing straight, your feet are about hip width apart. Your arms, we're going to go now into a reach. So we're going to reach out in front. This is just going to help out with our balance. And our hips are going back. So we're going to look like this. Just like that. Perfect. And then you're going to come on up. And then on the way up, focus on using the back hamstring muscles and thrusting your hips forward so you get the full range of motion in there, and then also those hips as well. So it'll look like this. Yeah. Now continue to do this, Candace. So what the band does is, and what she wants to prevent herself from doing is the band is trying to pull her knees in.
Okay.
And what she wants to do is prevent that from happening. So she wants to keep her legs nice and wide. And now what the band is doing compared to just a regular body weight or even in a dumbbell squat is that the vertical vector is normally on a body weight or dumbbell. Now because she has the band, now it's going to go ahead and activate more in the side area right here, especially the side of her butt. So it's not just going to get that vertical vector, it's going to get the side of her butt. Especially if you're trying to, have a nice little tushy, Yeah. You want to go ahead and hit up the very side of it as well as the vertical vector of the butt. So,
all right, Danny, we just want to thank you for, these great exercises. And I think that's important what you said about the bottom piece because, we all can use a better tushy.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Yes,
all
yes,
right,
yes,
so,
yes.
So now we just want to kind of wrap it up.
Okay.
And what is something you want to leave us with for the end of this demo? What is something you take away? What is a takeaway for us?
Pretty much you want to make sure when you're working out, you want to make sure you do a warm-up. It's very important.
Yes.
And as you can see, we're doing some shoulder mobility exercises as well as the hip exercises for the warm-up. And then, just make sure that if you're using resistance bands, that first of all, that you know what you're doing because you can still hurt yourself with using resistance bands. But they're great because they're very portable. You can bring with you anywhere. And, start using and start implementing resistance bands into your workout. It's not just for older people. It's for everybody. And anybody can go ahead and use the resistance bands.
All right, Danny, we want to thank you. And as we always do, we like to give big sister hugs, right? So here we go.
That's
thank
right.
you, Danny. So check Danny out, 5 More and Breathe Fitness.
That's
He's
right.
on Instagram, Facebook. Yes, yes.
And just so you know, I feel good.
That's right.
My
Yes,
body
you look
feels
good,
nice
Candace.
and
You look
limber.
good, girl.
Yes.
And I feel like, oh man, my glutes are activated.
That's right.
Like, I feel really good.
That's
so
good.
thank you, Danny,
Very
for
welcome.
that,
Thank you.
you know,
Very welcome.
demonstration.
Yes.
And like Contessa said, follow him. He has a lot of videos where he does give demo exercises and shows you how to do stuff. So check him out.
And
Amy,
until
thank
next
you.
time,
Yes.
and remember, spread the word about us, our Facebook page, Instagram, and tune into our next show, September 2nd, okay?
Have a good night.
Bye,
Take
good
care.
night.